I'm amazed at how many people set financial goals that are either too unobtainable or that in the end they're not really connected with. There's so many of us that are actually carrying someone else's financial goals and we don't really know what the financial goals should be. You know, having come from no money and having made a lot of money, I picked up a pattern in the last 10 years on what enough money is. Now, of course, this is according to Kris Krohn, and we're gonna be different. Our needs are gonna be different. But I've had a lot of friends now that range from billionaires to multimillionaires, and I've been learning something about people's financial appetite and how much money people actually need. In today's video, I'm gonna actually throw out a bold number that I believe for most people is the magic number to give them what it is that they're actually looking for in life. And if you can get yourself connected to the right amount, you might have a better shot of actually making those goals happen. Check it out.
'Cause we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary.
How much money is enough? How much money should you want? Is there an amount that would be bad for you? Is there an amount too small that would also be bad for you? What is right? You know, most of us have actually set our financial goals based on what other people want for us. Did you know that? In fact, I can pretty much tell you what most of your goals are. Please defy me on this. What I want to do though is I want to share with you, someone who's made a lot of money, I actually want to share with you what I think your real financial goal should be. That sounds really presumptuous, but I hope that will help further your ideas in the right way. For those of you who don't know me, I won my financial independence at the age of 26. And that happened because I decided that I didn't want to fall prey to society's game plan that says, get good grades, go to college, work for somebody else, slave away, don't save enough, retire poor, live way longer than you want to, and die crotchety. That's kind of society's game plan. It's sadly enough, that's what the majority experience. And I just said, I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want to be that statistic. I want to be the other statistic, the one that I'm going to be talking about today. Truth is that you don't need money for happiness, but money is always linked to options and opportunity. So the more of it you know how to command, then the more resources you have to actually live more of the life that you want. I would like to believe that I know how to be happy with very little, but the reality is I have a lot. I've gotten to a point where I realize that when I buy the next toy or I have the next thing, I realize that it's fleeting and there's a never-ending list of all the things that I could buy. So what are the real financial goals that bring actual value to me? I'm going to bring a lot of hate into the video that I'm making today because people are going to judge me a lot. But I want to share it because I want to just share with you my experience. I think there's some value in it and something that you can gain from it. I'm going to suggest to you that the magic number is $500,000 a year. Now, this is about 10 times the average income of the average American, which is right now just around $45,000, $44,000 a year. $500,000 a year. Why would I say that $500,000 a year is kind of a magic financial number to strive for? Well, there's a couple of different reasons why. One, you could buy yourself a $2 million home. In California, a $2 million home is going to buy you a lot of home. Other places in the world, $2 million home is going to be a mega mansion. Here in Utah where I live, you know, a multi-million-dollar home like the one I live in, it's really nice. It's got the most amazing view. Totally feel a lot of Zen Buddha there. Just a lot of great peace. I'm sitting in nature. I absolutely love it. $2 million is going to cost you somewhere right around $15,000 a month. So $500,000 a year is approximately, you know what, $40,000, $50,000 a month. So then you think, well, I need to have some vehicles to get where I want to go. So you can pretty much drive 2 cars, trucks, motorcycles of any value, which means go pick the nicest luxury brand. And I mean, sure, you could totally even do like a supercar if you wanted, but basically you can drive any 2 cars you want. And the third thing people want, besides their abode where they live and the cars that give them transportation, the third thing that I would put here is travel. And you know, if you wanted to travel multiple times throughout the year, first class, you're probably looking at $5,000 a month. And $5,000 a month, that's enough for you to be flying first class. That's enough for you to have 5-star travel experiences. That's a way for you to see the world in extraordinary ways. And most people, when they have money, you know what they want? They want a nice abode, they want nice transformation, and then they want first class accommodation when they travel. Now, There's a lot of minimalists out there. I actually consider myself quite minimalistic, even though I have quite a bit of materialistic things. So it sounds a little oxymoronic. I'll explain it to you when you get there. What I want you to understand is that these are the basic needs that most people want. Live in the house that you want, have the cars that you want, have the travel you want. You're pretty much looking at $500,000 a year. What careers pay $500,000 a year? I don't know, maybe if you made partner in a legal firm, or maybe if you're like a neurosurgeon. But outside of that, jobs don't really do that, which means you have to become an entrepreneur or a real estate investor. Those are the two things where I've seen that people can consistently in time figure out how to get to this level. And this can afford you an amazing lifestyle while still saving money and living a very, very, very free lifestyle. What you need to be looking for is a system. It's not about getting lucky. Like this book right here, if you've gotten this book right here, The Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth, it documents the system that I am still using today. I buy a house almost every single day. Now, do you know how much time it takes me to do that? Very, very, very little. I mean, the reality is I don't work till the afternoons. I work and only do projects that I enjoy, and I always have my evenings off. So I'm working right now maybe 20, 25 hours a week. That's like, for me, it's like a perfect work-life balance. I've got 4 little niños. My kids are amazing. I love them to pieces. And they need some daddy time. I love spending time with my wife. I love traveling the world. We're always traveling somewhere. And so we're really talking about how do you build your ultimate lifestyle. To key in on that, you need to find a system that's duplicatable so that if it works, you get the benefit of doing it over and over and over and over and over again. If you want to see what that system looks like, you can find it in this book, which I do give to people for free. But I also shot a video, little kind of mini short video documentary just showing the 4 things that I did that created my financial independence and then led to the income that is letting me have the life that I want. I've helped people all over the world create this lifestyle. And I'd love for you to get a crack at understanding it and seeing it. So hike on over to the video over here, and it'll actually break it down for you and help you understand what steps you can take, what you can do to live the life that you want. And then just a small favor on the way out, can you smash that like button for me? Hit it really hard, give it a nice tap. It tells YouTube that they should be sharing this with other people. Helps me expand my influence and hack that algorithm, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. Ultimately, you can figure out how much money you need. Maybe it's way less than this. It could be more than this. I'm not here to judge. I'm just sharing with you most wealthy, rich people I know. This is an amount of money that pretty much gives them the lifestyle they want, and that gives you a target to aim for and shoot for if those things are important to you. If you need a whole lot less for your happiness, or you want a whole lot less options, you need to make a whole lot less money. So it works all around. Thank you so much. Watch this video. I'll break down my system and see if it'll help you build your next several $1 million.